Tatte padam sangrahena pravakshe. I am going to tell you in brief, nutshell I am going to combine together. Tatte padam sangrahena pravakshe omicchetat in Kathopanishad also. Nachiketa, Yamadharmaraja is telling you about the same, that he has revealed itself, that is nothing but Om only. What is this Om? I will describe later on. Here, the essence is what he is going to tell is now, that is Sarvadvarani Sanyamya Manohruti Nirujjacha Murdhyadaya Atmanah Pranam Asito Yogadharanam. This is very, very important slokam for a yogi. But if an ordinary man can understand this meaning of this slokam, naturally he will definitely come to this and do yoga. Because he doesn't know this meaning of this yoga, this slokam, he is doing some other methods. Sarvadvarani Sanyamya. Here there are so many doorways. By controlling all these doorways, Manohruti Nirujjacha, the mind keeping at the heart. The mind keeping at the heart means most of the people, they think that bending the head and meditating at the heart level, but never so. Again he is telling Sarvadvarani Sanyamya Manohruti Nirujjacha Murdhni Adhaya Atmanah Pranan Yoga Abhyasa Asito Yogadharanam. Murdhi Adhaya Atmanah Pranam. This is very, very important phrase. Murdhi means head. Adhaya means keeping. Atmanah means his own. Pranan means Pranasakti. So, keeping his own Pranasakti, keeping at the Brahmajam, that is by doing pranayama only. And while doing pranayama, he will definitely keep his mind in the Brahmajam itself. The meaning of this Hrudayam, Hrudhi means the head itself, not the heart. Not the heart. By keeping the life force at the Brahmajam means, naturally he will keep his mind at the Brahmajam only. The Brahmajam itself is called heart or Hrudayam. But without knowing this, most of the people, some perverted or some even the great so-called Mahatmas, also some people, they suggested that you do meditation at the heart level. What is the meaning of it? There is nothing like that. Krishna Paramatma deliberately told that you have to keep your mind and life force at the Brahmajam only. Nothing beyond this. There is no other path to keep. No heart, nothing like that. This heart is only a grass heart, but the Brahmajam is a subtle heart. You have to keep this mind here itself. Then only he is called yogi. So the Sarvadvarani Samyamya. Here also, all these doorways, not only the 9 gates, 9 Navarandhras, there are so many Randhras. There are hair follicles and sectors, all these, through all these Randhras also, all these openings, our life force is continuously coming out through expiration. Through expiration, when the life force is coming down through expiration, all these openings will be opened. Mind you, all these, even including Navarandhras also, they will be opened only when you expire outside. When you inspire inside, all these doors will be closed. So here opening and closing depends upon the life force traveling inside. When the inspiration is more, all these doors will be closed. When the expression is more, all these doors will be opened. In that way, Paramatma says, Sarvadvarani Sanyamya. That means the controlling all these doors means by taking this life force upwards. How he will take upwards, next slokam is going to tell. Sarvadvarani Sanyamya Manohruti Nirujjacha Murdhyadaya Atmanah Pranam Asito Yogadharanam. Omichetaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Mamanuswaran Yak Prayati Chajandeham sayati paramangatim. This is also very important slokam, but unfortunately everybody misunderstood about this only. Om Ichaka Aksharam Brahma. Here also he is telling about Om is Eka Aksharam. That is that which is not perishable. It is single entity. That Vyaharan. Vyaharan means in the form of action he is telling. That means Vyaharan means prolonging upwards. In the first slokam he has already told Murdhyadaya Atmanah Pranam. Here also Vyaharan Ma Manusmaran. That means elongating your inspiration. That is called Vyaharan. Ma Manusmaran means meditation. So Vyaharan means pranayam, doing pranayamam. That means here is called Omkaram. Every word wherever you utter Omkara means doing pranayam only. But unfortunately, most of the people, even the great scholars also, who got the PhDs and the Bhoshana, Padma Bhoshana awards also, they could also misunderstood about this. This Vyaharan means most of the, even in Upanishads, they are saying that you utter this Om. Sakruducharita Matraya Sayesha Urdham Unnamati Chonkaraha. The exact meaning of Omkaram is told in Adharvasika Upanishad only. That Guru who knows about this only can tell. But rest of the people totally misunderstood about this Omkaram. Omkara means Akara Vakara, combination of Akara Vakara Makara Ardhamatra and Bindu. What are these five components? Akara means Jagruta Avastha, wakeful state. Ukara means Swapna Avastha. Makara means deep sleep state. And Ardhamatra means reaching Turiyam. Bindumatra means that is reaching Turiyatitam. So all these components put together, that is called Omkaram. If you go on practicing this pranayama, you will be going on cleaning. When all the nerves are clean, at one stage, if you take it upwards, at once that life force will go automatically upwards and reach the Turiyam. That is called Omkaram. Until then, we are doing Omkara Abhyasam only. This pranayam ultimately should lead you to this Omkaram. But unfortunately, most of the people, they are uttering outside. When you are uttering outside means you are losing much more pranashakti outside only. But there is a misapprehension that when you are uttering outside in a bigger way, they feel that there is energy generation that will be vibrating the entire body, all the chakras, including the brain also. They are thinking like that, nothing like that. This is nothing but reverse Omkaram. This is reverse Omkaram. Some people who have got who came to me and asked for initiation, until then they were doing this reverse Omkaram only. For them, they could not do this pranayama because they were all the way pushing it downwards. They could not do it. Unfortunately, most of the people, even while doing this Kapala Bhati also, they are pushing downwards only. Most of these people, they are very fond of pushing downwards only, but nobody knows about how to take it upwards. That is what Sri Krishna Paramatma is now telling, that Vyaharan Ma Manusmaran, take it upwards. One who does this pranayama, internal pranayama only, by doing friction, he alone can take it upwards. Rest of the people, simply they will take the external air and keep it there in the lungs, thinking that is this inspiration. This is not inspiration or anything. They are fond of pushing downwards by uttering Om only, but the meaning of what Om is reverse. You have to take out Guru Vakyat Sushumnaya Viparito Bhave Japaha. In Yoga Sikopanishad it says, by getting initiated from the Guru, who is a learned Guru, you reverse the respiration. That means you take the life force upward through the Sushumna. That only cause this Omkar O Vyaharan Ma Manusmaran Yap Prayati Chajanteham. Here also he is mentioning one who leaves this body, not this body. I already told, leaving the body is two types. that is leaving the life force upwards, that is ordinary death. And this body, while doing pranayama, he, after cleaning this entire nerves, he will take this life force upwards and cross over the Brahmanandram and leave all these bodies, that is grasser, subtler and causal bodies. Sthola Soshma Karanadehas, he will leave that. So here Priyana Kale Manasachalena, already he told that Priyana Kale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva. There is a very great description. Priyana Kale means going upwards and inwards only, not leaving out. Manasa Achalena, one who takes upwards only, his mind will become still. When it goes downwards, it will become oscillated. So to make the mind become still, you have to take it upwards. Priyana Kale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva. Bhaktya Yukto, here Paramatma is mentioning 2 points, that is Bhakti and Yoga Bala. Yoga Bala means by doing pranayama. Bhakti here means by having utmost devotions to God and Guru. These are very important. So Bhaktya Yukta. So a sadhaka should have devotion towards both God and Guru. Yoga Balena Bhruvor Majje Pranamavesya. Here also clearly he is mentioning the practical point of pranayama. Bhruvor Majje means the center of the eyebrows. Pranam Avesya, that means the penetrating the life force through the Brahmanandram. Samyak Satam Param Purusham Upaviti Divyam, thoroughly entering this life force, then only he will become that divine Purusha. That means that divine light. The entering of the life force above will be felt by a yogi. Here also, if I am telling, if you sit in front of the sun and do this pranayama, you will see this life force going upward through your Brahmanandram. You will practically see that. You will alone can see that also in the form of blowers. You know, at the end of every match, victory, indicating the victory, they will be initiating these blowers. Just like the blowers also, the flames of the life force, the waves of the life force will be blown upwards. You will practically see that in the Brahmajam. Then in that way, Paramatma is telling that Bhruvor Majje Pranamavesya, by penetrating the life force into the Brahmajam, that is will be felt by a yogi. If you sit in front of the sun early in the morning and do this pranayama, you will observe this blowing of this life force into the Brahmanandram, into the Brahmajam, practically like blowing. So he is not simply telling cock and bull stories. A yogi will practically experience this. Bhruvor Majje Pranamavesya Samyak Satam Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. He will definitely get. He is uttering a word, that word Samyak. Samyak means a thorough. Thorough means a practical, a yogi who is doing pranayama, he will be going on reaching the Turiyam, but at the same time he will be again coming downwards by taking food and doing other activities in the world with bodily activities also. He will be coming downwards also. Like that he goes upwards and comes downwards. This will be happening regularly for a sadhaka. But after at one stage he will go to that Brahmarandram, that Buddhigoha, and will never come again. That is the Videha Mukti. That is the Videha Mukti. Until then he will be in the state of Jivan Mukta. In this Jivan Mukta state he goes upwards and comes downwards. But that will be known for another Jivan Mukta only, not for an ordinary person. That for an ordinary person. So Ananya Cheta Satatam Yoma Smarata Nichasaha Tasyaham Sulabha Partha Nichayuktasya Yoginaha. He is going on mentioning how I will be available, how I will be easily attainable to him. Ananya Cheta Satatam. That means without thinking anything other than me. Yoma Smarata Nichasaha, who goes on thinking about me. Here thinking means doing sadhana. and meditating. Ananicheta satam yoma smarata nityasah tasyaham sulabha partha. I am very easily attainable for him. Nitya yuktasya yoganaha. One who does this pranayama with yogic mind, nitya yuktasya yoganaha, I will be easily attainable for him. Ananicheta satam yoma smarata nityasah tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yoganaha. This is told about the entire sadhaka. Now he is telling about the what about the rest of the people who are not achieved, what are the stages he is going to mention. That means mamupechya punarjanma dukkhale masasitam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddham parangataha. Now he is telling the prospectus and fate of the yogis or non-yogis also. That means mamupechya punarjanma dukkhale masasitam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddham parangataha. Samsiddham parangata. Those who have attained this final state, naturally they will never be reborn again. Being born, they will have to face this pain and all these sorrows. When they are born, naturally they will be have which is abode of all these pains by getting this human birth. But when he reaches the final goal, he will never be reborn again, and he will reach that Turiyam. So Mahupechya punarjanma dukkhale masasadun napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim parangataha. Now, regarding rest of the people, what will happen who has not reached the final goal, what will happen? Abrahma bhavanaloka punaravartino arjuna mam pechata kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. He is telling the difference between the yogi and the non-yogi. Abrahma bhavanaloka. There is lokas, bhuloka, bhavarloka, suvarloka, janoloka, tapoloka, satyalokas. The ultimate seventh lokam is called Brahmalokam or Satyalokam. That is also lokam only. That means lokam is which is a limited one. It has got border. But alokam means it is beyond borders. The reaching salvation is beyond borders. But even if you go to even Brahmalokam also, you will be reborn again. That way Paramatma is telling. Abrahma bhavanaloka punaravartino arjuna. He will be born again. But mamupechya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. When he take refuge in me, and when he absorbs in me, he will never be born again. That is the thing. So only a yogi who goes inside and gets absorbed within himself can only never be reborn. But rest of the people, even by doing other karmas, rituals or anything, even if he goes to the Brahmalokam also, he will be returned again. That way, Paramatma says there is a gross difference between a yogi and non-yogis. Sahasra Yoga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Videhu Ratri Yogam Sahasramstum Te Ahoratra Vido Janaha. Here, a person who doesn't know this, do this yogam, naturally you can understand how many crores of births he will take. A non-yogi, he will take the number of births he is telling about the Brahman itself. Even Brahma also will get rebirth. Sahasra Yoga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu. There is Brahman, so we say that the Brahman is the creator of this entire universe. For him also there is years, there is a lifespan for him. For him is also there are 100 years. But for one day, for him, there will be, for an ordinary man, that will about 100 Mahayogas, 1000 Mahayogas. 1000 Mahayogas means there is, this Treta, Kruta, Treta, Dwapara, Kali Yugas put together, all these 4 yugas, we will call it as Mahayugas. I like that for 1000 Mahayugas, that means 4000 yogas, when it happens for an ordinary man, that will become 1 day. That means 1 day for him. Here means day means 12 hours of the sunlight day. And there is another 1000 Mahayugas. That means 4000 yugas. That will be 1 night for Brahma. So 8000 yugas will be completed for the 1 day of Brahma. Here also this time of time span is also now totally miscalculated. Now everybody says that in every puja or vratam or anything, when you are doing sankalpa, the Kaliyuge, Pradhampade, Jambudvipe, Bharatvarshe, Bharatakande, like that we are going on continuously uttering like this. How far this Kaliyuga ends, nobody knows, because this Kaliyugam, they say that they calculated that Kaliyuga means 4,32,000. 4,32,000. But all these yugas put together, that will be amounts to 43,20,000 they have calculated. But in the Moolam of Mahabharata, the Divya yugas, Divya Samatras, Divya years, they are not like this. According to Manusmriti also, there is a deeper meaning it. There is one yogi, Yukteswaragiri, that is the guru of Paramahansa Yogananda. He has taken out the exact meaning outward from this Manusmriti. He has told that these yugas are not like this. The yugas, the Kaliyugam, the span of Kaliyugam is only 1200 years, and the Dwapara Yugam is 2400 years, and the Treta Yugam is 3600 years, and the Kruta Yugam or Satya Yugam is 4800 years. All these put together, it is only 12,000 years. So there is a definite calculation, and there is a astral movement of the sun along with his family. When the sun family is moving away from the polar star, that is Dhruva Nakshatram, for every creation, for every kalpam, for every kalpam, the solar family will be moving, take a fixed point that is called polar star. From that polar star, it will be moving away from it. When it is moving away from it, that will be descending, and it again goes to him towards it, that is ascending. So there are 2 yugas called descending and ascending yugas. The ascending and descending put together, we call it as yoga. Otherwise, there is no meaning of telling about yoga. Yoga means there must be 2. What are those 2? That is ascending and descending. Here, the descend. Now we are in ascending Dwapara Yoga, according to the calculation of Yukteswaragiri Yogi Maharaj, who is the guru of Paramahansa Yogananda. He told that we are in the ascending Dwapara Yoga. That calculation will be there. That is told in holy science, told by Yukteswaragiri. But at present, we have to know that there is misconception about this calculation of these yogas. These yogas are not lakhs of years; they are only thousands of years only. For example, if you see this what you call this Rameswaram, when you are going to Rameswaram, when you are crossing over this Pamban bridge, you will be see the old remnants of this what you call Varadhi, we call it as Varadhi. In Treta Yugam, Lord Rama constructed this Varadhi. If you say that according to these people, Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 means the Treta Yuga should have happened so many lakhs of years. So many lakhs of years. Like that, if you see about the Dwaraka, which is totally merged in Dwaraka in the western Bay of Bengal, not this Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, there is also the remnants of that Dwaraka is seen in the ocean. All these, if you observe, they might not happen lakhs of years ago. They might have happened only thousands of years only. That is also an indication. Even if you observe in Sri Lanka also, there are the remnants of this Rama, Ravana and Vibhishana and the Asoka garden of Mahatma Sita. All these remnants are there till now. So that indicates that this had happened only few thousands years ago only. So here, due to lack of sufficient energy, due to lack of sufficient knowledge, because most of the people are not doing yoga only, a yogi alone can increase the mental energy by which he can exactly calculate all these yogas. So in that way, for the timing, we can assume that you can understand that how many crores of births will be there for an ordinary man if he doesn't do this yoga. Even Brahma himself, when he finished one day, there will be 8,000 yogas will be completed. Ratri yogam sahasranto te ahoratri vinojanaha. So like that, in the creation itself, there is much time has to be lapsed if you don't reach the original seat of Atman. When you go downwards, you will have to calculate your number of births. Calculate means uncountable births will be there. Uncountable births will be there. When the births are there, naturally you will feel that there is nature and this Prakriti. How this Prakriti will be there, he is going to tell. Avyakta vyaktayah parasarve prabhavaj haragame ratriagame praliyante tatra avijna sanjake. He is contrasting for a person, telling about the warning, cautioning the person who is not doing the sadhana. He is telling that avyakta vyaktaya sarve prabhavaj haragame. There are two things, avyaktam and vyaktam. Vyaktam means that is being exhibited out, manifested out. That is what we are seeing in the form of this nature. And there is avyaktam, that is unmanifested avyaktam also is there. That is also nature, you know. The nature has got two components, that is unmanifested and manifested. The manifested is apara prakriti, the unmanifested is para prakriti. That is also called avyaktam. From that avyaktam only, vyaktya taharagame. When the Brahman gets his daytime, all these creatures, all these living beings, they will come forward in the form of create. They will come forward and live in this daytime. Avyaktya vyaktya sarve prabhavaj haragame. When the daytime comes, when the dawn comes, all these creatures will be born again. And ratriagame praliyante tatra avyakta samjake. When the Brahman gets his night time, all these living beings, they will be dissolved into this avyaktam, dissolved into this avyaktam. So you can understand all these living beings, they will be going on, being born, and again they will be dissolved into this avyaktam. The avyaktam is got two types that I will tell you. Now he is telling that all this creation is coming out from avyaktam, that is also nature. That nature is Karana Brahman. Aksharam Parabrahman Swabhava Ajatma Uchate. Initially Paramatma told, now he is describing about this. That is, the Brahman is of two types. The Brahman is Karana Brahman and Karya Brahman. Karya Brahman means that is the result of this Karana Brahman. Karana Brahman means that is again he is going to tell. This avyaktam bhotagrama sayevayam bhotva praliyate ratriagame avsapradha prabhavaj haragame. All these creatures, all these beings, when they are coming into the existence in the form of creation in the daytime of Brahman, they will again be dissolved into the avyaktam of nature, and they will be going on repeating. There will be number of repetitions. The bhotagrama saveyam bhutva bhutva praliyate. The multitude of all these living beings, they will be going on dissolving, they will be going on coming forth. So in that way, there will be any countless births will be there if you don't do this sadhana for going upwards. That is the caution given by Lord Sri Krishna. Parastasmat bhavo anyo avyakta avyakta sanatanaha yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu navinashyati. Here also, now he is telling the ultimate of this Parabrahman. Now he is telling about the Karana Brahman. Karana Brahman. There are now he is telling that Parastasmat bhavo anyo avyakta avyakta sanatanaha yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu navinasyati. That ultimate supreme unmanifested supreme thing is there. That is the avyaktam. That is Parabrahman, that is Aksharam. That is Aksharam, that is Brahmaparam. So, this avyaktam is of two types. One is nature, another is Parabrahman. The ultimate supreme Parabrahman is also avyaktam. The another avyaktam is the nature which is unmanifested also is called avyaktam. Beyond this avyaktam, that avyaktam is, that is Parabrahman, that is called Aksharam. Aksharam, sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatsu navinasyati. What all the living beings be perished, but that avyaktam, the supreme avyaktam will never be perished. That is called Aksharam. That is called Akshara Parabrahman. That is Akshara Parabrahman. That Akshara Parabrahman is also unmanifested, and below that there is Avyakta Prakriti, that is also unmanifested. From that there will be manifested Prakriti will be there. In that way there are three steps, that is Vyakta Prakriti and Avyakta Prakriti and Avyakta Paramatma. Avyakta Akshara Ichukto Tamaha Paramangatim Yam Prapya Nanivattante Tadhama Paramam Mama. Now he is ultimately telling that supreme Avyaktam, that unmanifested Aksharam is called Avyakta Akshara Ichukto, that is called Aksharam, that which will never be perished. Avyakta Akshara Ichukto Tamahu Paramangatim, that is told the supreme goal. Yam Prapya Nanivattante, that which who reaches that Nanivattante, he will be never born again. Tadhama Paramam Mama, that is my abode of that goal.